you sick of looking at Netflix and you don't know what to watch?
So many movies out there, you don't know which ones are good, which ones were bad.
You curious about what's out there?
I'm Joey Powers.
I'm Don Tretler.
This is the best pictures.
The ones you don't want to miss.
Hit it. Say hello to my little friend.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Winners go home and prom queen.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
I don't deserve this. Deserves got nothing to do with it.
No sequel for you.
It's
Hi,
the big
and welcome to another edition of The Best Pictures. I'm one of your hosts, Joey Powers.
Hey, and I'm Don Tretler. Welcome to the show.
Caught Don off guard a little bit there. So today we're going to be talking about the Oscar results. Definitely some surprises.
I was surprised.
I was amazingly surprised. So I was just going to do the box office report. But first, Don, if you just want to read.
Well, before we continue, we want to let everyone know that this show is broadcast live from the Fact TV studios in Bellows Falls. Fact TV is a community access center that provides studio space and production services free of charge to community members in Southern Vermont and Keene. If you're interested in creating your own show, already producing content and wish to submit it, or want to stay informed about news and events in Southern Vermont and Keene, including live coverage of local town meetings, sporting events, and community events, visit fact8.com.
All right, thanks, Don. And excuse me. So before we get into the Oscars, I just want to get a quick rundown of the weekend box office. Captain America was again number one for the third consecutive week.
Oh my word!
14.9. I mean, there just aren't big releases coming out right now. The biggest release of this weekend was Woody Harrelson's Last Breath, which opened at 7.9.
Yeah, so that didn't open number one.
No. And then The Monkey 6.4, Paddington in Peru, which is playing in Bellows Falls right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to go see it.
Is 4.5 and Dogman 4.2. I was just disappointed because they've been having a lot of artsy stuff there lately.
Yeah.
And not really getting like real big releases. And then they get this. Like, who wants to see Paddington in Peru?
I know.
What is it? Is it about a bear or something?
Did they get? I would love to know. Did they get any of the Academy Award movies, nominated movies? Dune 2, they had.
Dune, yeah.
Because I think I saw it there.
But they knew that was going to be a huge hit too, though. So that's probably.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think so.
Not much else. I can't think of
No.
any other movies that were nominated for Academy Awards that came to town. I think they're steering clear of that. They're going for big budget things. Captain America came here. Not that I care, but you know.
Yeah, no, I'm marveled out. I have no interest in going to see.
I think a lot of people are marveled out. The Academy is marveled
They're
out.
still going though. I mean, Captain America's number one 3 weeks in a row. I mean,
Was there anything nominated from Marvel? I don't think so.
I don't. God, no.
Not this year.
Yeah.
But in the past they did. They had the Wakanda one.
Yeah.
Got nominated.
Black Panther, right? But I mean, Captain America still made $164 million.
Yeah.
That's not bad. It's not like huge like Iron Man or the Avengers or anything like that. But that's still one of the biggest movies of the year.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be a great movie. I think it only gets a 6.1 so far.
Are any of the Captain America's great movies?
I haven't seen any of them.
I like Civil War.
Maybe the first one.
I did like Civil War. The one thing I didn't like about Civil War was there was no Hulk.
Oh.
You can't have a movie with Hulk.
Well, this weekend, the big opening is Mickey 17, starring Robert Pattinson, Stephen Yeun, Michael Monroe, and Patsy Farron.
And Mark Ruffalo's in it too, isn't he?
Is he?
Yeah.
And this is from oh my God, what's his name? Bon Hoon.
Yeah, I can't pronounce his name.
Bon
probably.
Joon.
Oh yeah, the
I
guy
gotta
that
flip
did
on it.
the guy that did Parasite.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
won.
Yeah.
Bong Joon-ho. Who's like, I mean, well,
Sounds like a porn star, man.
yeah, Bong Joon-ho. So he did Parasite, which won Best
Best
Picture.
Picture, right? And you saw it, right?
I saw it.
And it gets an 8.5.
I'm gonna have to watch it again.
And that was
yeah.
how many years ago now?
3
or 4.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's held up. It still gets an 8.5, but it's subtitled, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too bad.
I think I went back and watched some of his previous movies too. So yeah, he's a pretty good director. So this should be pretty interesting to see if he. I don't know. The combination of him and Robert Pattinson is going to be able to take #1 next week.
Yeah.
Take over from
I think
Captain
so.
America.
I mean, Robert Pattinson's had some big, like the Batman did really good.
That's true.
Obviously, all the Twilights did really good. What about the one with him in what's it, The Lighthouse?
The Lighthouse, yeah. Well,
was-
I don't think that was a big budget movie.
But
Yeah.
critically acclaimed, though, right?
Right.
So I mean, he's a draw. He's definitely a draw. And I was skeptical of him taking over as Batman, but I thought he did a really good job.
You did a great job, yeah.
You know, I definitely did. So I want to read something here real quick. I want to read the description of Honora.
Which won Best Picture this weekend?
A young escort from Brooklyn meets and impulsively marries the son of a Russian oligarch. Once the news reaches Russia, her fairy tale is threatened as his parents set out for New York to get the marriage annulled. Doesn't sound like it's going to be a happy ending kind of movie.
No.
But
It sounds interesting, though.
this movie hadn't won nothing, literally. It was nominated. I looked. It was nominated for Golden Globes. It was nominated for Screen Actors Guild. It was nominated for Producers Guild of America. The only thing it had won going into the Oscars was it won the Directors Guild of America, which I didn't know until after the Oscars. But it cleaned house. I was shocked. It won film editing, which is a really big award. Then I thought The Brutalist would win. I predicted The Brutalist would win Best Original Screenplay, but Honora won. The actress, I think everybody on Earth expected Demi Moore to win Best Actress. Mikey,
Can you imagine? She was probably sitting there expecting it.
she got up and smiled, and I think gave the girl a hug. She was like happy for her.
Wow.
I was surprised. It's almost like Demi Moore expected it, which I didn't. I expected definitely, especially given her past. You know, she was huge for years.
Yeah.
And then she kind of just fell off the map. But it was Mikey Madison won Best Actress, and then Sean Baker
Right.
won Best Director, and it won Best Picture. You know, so it won 5 major Academy Awards. I don't think anybody expected that.
We're going to have to see this movie.
Definitely. But I think once she won Best Actress, I was like, yeah, this is their night. They're gonna take the rest of it, because screenplay surprised me. I was like, I didn't expect it to win screenplay at all. But then when she won Best Actress over Demi Moore, I was like, yeah, Honora's just gonna win the rest of the night. Obviously, people liked it more than was let on. And then I looked it up, and it gets a 7.7. Very, very good rating. You know, yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it. It's not streaming till St. Patrick's Day, so I gotta wait another week and a half. But so you didn't get any right.
I got none. No, I
Over
didn't take
6.
anything.
I got 3 out of 8, so it wasn't great. Conclave won Best Adapted Screenplay, which we both saw, and I think we both agreed that that was the clear-cut favorite for the adapted screenplay. And then I got Adrian Brody, right? He won Best Actor for The Brutalist.
He did. His second Oscar.
Oh, you didn't take Zoe Saldana.
I didn't, no.
You took who?
Ariana Grande.
Oh, you did, yeah. I don't know why. I
thought she was going to get it.
I don't know what you were thinking there. Wicked did win a couple of awards, like costume, I think, and
yeah.
But
and the audience there at the Oscars really seemed to like it. They really gave it. They gave it a strong, applause. Anytime it came up, anytime any of the stars came up, they really.
It's a huge movie. I mean, it's made close to $500 million just in America.
Yeah. I'm sorry I missed it now.
I'm not. So, a rundown. Honora won Best Picture.
Right.
And you thought it was going to be a complete unknown.
I did, yeah.
Right?
I thought the Bob Dylan movie was going to do it.
And I predicted it was going to be The Brutalist, so we both lost that one. Best Actress, everybody lost. I guarantee you that. Mikey Madison for Honora. Clearly, Demi Moore was the favorite there. Fernanda Torres, and I'm Still Here, got really, really strong reviews.
Yeah.
But Mikey Madison was just a complete shocker to me. I'd never actually heard of her. Like, apparently I've seen a couple movies she's in, and I just didn't realize who she was.
No, me either.
But yeah. Okay. So Best Actor, Adrian Brody won for The Brutalist. I predicted that. You predicted Timothée Chalamet.
I did. I thought, portraying Bob Dylan, I thought he would definitely.
And coming off the Screen Actors Guild win, generally the Screen Actors Guild and the Oscars are pretty close.
Yeah.
So I mean, but I mean, Ray Fiennes could have easily won. We saw that. We really liked it.
Yeah, he was excellent.
Best Supporting Actor. Oh, I got that right too. Kieran Culkin. So I got 4.
You did get that one right.
Yeah.
But we were talking about that ahead of time. That he had a lot of buzz.
Yeah.
Going in.
Yeah.
I just happened to see a scene with Ed Norton.
Right,
playing-
you said he nailed that character.
Oh, my
right?
word.
Pete Yeager? Is that
Pete Seeger.
Pete Seeger? Right.
Yeah, he was playing an actual person, and he was just.
Spot
Actually,
on.
I've seen Pete Seeger in concert. I thought,
Yeah.
wow, this is.
I mean, he's a
amazing.
great actor. He absolutely
is.
is a tremendous actor. And honestly, I wouldn't have actually been happy if he won.
Well, he's not. I mean, he's younger than I am, so he's not a super old man. So he probably will have another chance. He'll get nominated again.
Yeah, no, I'm sure he'll get nominated again, but he's also not the easiest person to work with.
That's what we've heard. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I mean, obviously we've never worked with him, but it seems like he's one of those guys that always has on-set issues with someone. You know, like a Tom Hardy or Shia LaBeouf.
I wonder if he had issues with Timothy Chalamet. He's been nominated for 4 Oscars.
Let me guess. Okay, American History X,
Yeah, definitely.
Primal Fear,
Yeah, right.
and Birdman.
Birdman.
Yeah.
And Birdman, yeah. So
I
he's
haven't-
been nominated 4 times.
I haven't seen Birdman. Have you seen that?
Birdman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That surprises me because I know you don't like Michael Keaton.
Yeah, but I was going to see it anyway. It got a lot of buzz, and I was not a big fan of it. I'm sorry.
Did that win Best Picture?
I think it did,
I
yeah.
think it did too. And didn't who directed that? Alexander Raha, whatever.
Inarahu.
Yeah.
Inarahu.
I think he won.
Isn't he the one that did the Revenant? I think it's
Yeah,
the
because I
same
think
version
he
of
won
The
back-to-back years.
Revenant. Yeah.
You know.
Wonder what he's done since then.
I know. I was actually
Let's
going
look.
to look it up now, since I have a computer right. in
Aren't you
front of me.
curious? Like these people, they tend to disappear. You hear from them in a couple of years, and the next thing you know, that's like we can't forget. Like what is his name? Domingo Coleman.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's got nominated 2 years in a row now.
2 years in a row. It's like bing. Now you're on the radar here, buddy. I'm going to be watching for you. How long was that in a row? I'm just curious if he came up with something else and we didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard his name in a while, but yeah, he's won 4 Oscars. I think he probably wrote.
Director 23.
I think he probably wrote and produced.
Oh,
he has-
he did Birdman before The Revenant.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
he has an upcoming movie in production
Short a video.
with Jesse Plemons, Tom Cruise, John Goodman, Riz Ahmed. It's got a good cast. Not surprising. Big time directors like that generally do get pretty good sized
Right.
cast. I mean, getting Tom Hardy and Leonardo DiCaprio in the movie.
He did this movie Bardo, False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths, that came out in 2022, 2 hours and 39 minutes. An acclaimed documentarian goes on an introspective journey through surreal dreamscapes to reconcile with the past, the present, and his Mexican identity. It doesn't have any big names in it. It got a 6.7 on IMDb, but boy, that sounds really interesting. Oh, Netflix. This is why we missed it. It was on Netflix. So, again, this is where Sean Baker, the director of Honora, in his speech talked about not letting the cinema die. That basically releasing films on the big screen, and even a film like Conclave really benefited from being seen inside of a movie theater. I mean, some of the cinematography of that, which they made the most of.
Oh, it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And kind of reminded me almost of like the Banshees of Inisherin.
Right.
Because the cinematography was really great in that too.
I mean, I don't know. I would just hate to see the cinema die. I mean, I know people like to sit in their own homes. I guess they save the money. They don't have to buy the popcorn or whatever. But there's something special about going to a movie theater to see a movie. I certainly like
agree.
to see Dune. I don't think I probably have. I was going to say I don't think I've seen it on the small screen, but I think I did. I think after I went to the movies and I saw them both in the movie theater the first time, then I went back and watched on my television. So cool. Well, you know what? I didn't want us to forget today. I wasn't watching the clock, but Gene Hackman died this
Oh
week.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And they honored him
Yep,
at
yeah.
the Academy Awards. But I wanted to kind of bring it up. Gene Hackman is a 2-time Academy Award winner. He won for Best Actor for French Connection and Best Supporting Actor for
The Unforgiven.
Unforgiven.
Just look over the years. Look at all the actors he's worked with.
Yeah.
I mean, legend after legend after legend. I mean, I completely even forgot about, I don't know how, that he worked with Clint Eastwood. You know, I was naming off all these people, and I was like, you idiot, he won an Oscar for Clint Eastwood's movie.
Right.
You know, but he worked with Meryl Streep. I mean, everybody, literally everybody. You know, Tom Cruise, Jack Nicholson, like, you know, I mean.
Yeah, they were talking about how I think he was roommates with Dustin Hoffman at one point.
I think you told me that, yeah.
And he made one movie with him. What is it called? Runaway Jury?
Yeah.
I think that's the movie that they're in together.
Have you seen that?
No, I don't think I have.
It's not very good.
It's not a good movie?
No. I have it because it's came with another movie that I ordered. You know, it's like a 2-disc thing. But what was I just going to say? I don't remember now.
Oh, we were talking about who he was in. I wanted to see who he beat out for his Oscars. So in 1972, for A French Connection, which didn't have a particularly strong field, but he beat out George C. Scott for The Hospital. George C. Scott had won the previous year.
For Patton, right?
For Patton.
Right.
So I think that was the strongest actor that he had against in 1970. Not that he was bad. I mean, he was great as Popeye Doyle. In 1993, for Best Supporting Actor.
I bet that was about a little different, huh? Probably some stronger.
1993, he beat out Jack Nicholson for A Few Good Men.
Wow.
You can't handle the truth.
I don't know about that.
That's kind of amazing. I don't know. He was pretty good in Unforgiven.
He was pretty good in Unforgiven, but Jack Nicholson, whenever anybody thinks of that movie, that's what they think of, is that scene at the end of the movie.
Jack Nicholson has the ability to put his stamp on a role. It's unbelievable. There are very few actors that can do that. I think Brando could do it. Mm-hmm. Jack Nicholson. We probably could think of maybe another person or woman even. Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep, yeah. I mean,
can do that, but it's rare.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day-Lewis,
I mean, who else could have played Lincoln?
Right.
You know, I mean, I haven't seen the movie. I've just seen clips.
You got to see the movie. Yeah, it's amazing.
I know. I had it. I checked it out from the library one time, and I never watched it.
Yeah.
But the thing that kills me about Gene Hackman is, as great of a career as he had, the last movie he ever did was Welcome to Mooseport, which it's a fun movie. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, the career the guy's had, he ends his career with a movie that gets a 5.3 on IMDb. Oh. I would actually, have you seen it?
No.
I would rate it higher than that. I own it. I actually liked it. But he's the outgoing president who moves to a small town, I think it's Maine or New Hampshire, called Mooseport, and they want him to run for mayor. And, you know, he's like, you know, I'm the outgoing president. He's like, right. You want me to run for mayor? And then Ray Romano's like the local plumber handyman guy, and he's dating Maura Tierney, who wants to get married, and he doesn't want to commit or whatever. And so she runs in. They basically get into a battle over her. It's a comedy. It's a funny movie. But he goes out on a date with her, and then Ray Romano's like spying on them and stuff like that and following them around. It's a funny movie.
Yeah.
But definitely, I wish he'd ended it better than that. Because, I mean, we're talking 21 years ago. It was the last movie he did.
That's what we should. We should look up and see what people's last movies were. I was looking up in addition because, you know, some of our really great actors are older now. You know, Gene Hackman, Robert Duvall.
Well, Jack Nicholson's last movie was How Do You Know? And that was...
Was it a good movie?
I've only seen pieces of it. It's got a good cast. That doesn't always equal a good movie.
I just saw something in one of the newspapers that he had been seen in public, and he hadn't been seen public in a long time.
He gets a 5.4, so not much better than
no.
It's Reese Witherspoon, Owen Wilson, Paul Rudd, Jack Nicholson.
Sounds good.
It's James L. Brooks too.
Yeah.
I mean, it does sound like a fun cast. I'm not a huge Owen Wilson fan.
No.
But I really like Paul Rudd and Jack Nicholson.
Right.
Reese Witherspoon, I mean, she's a good actress. I don't think I've seen a lot
Well, I was just looking up Robert Duvall to see if Robert Duvall had any
Was the Judge the
anything
last one he
coming
did?
out. He hasn't done anything, and he hasn't done anything in 2-3 years now, and he doesn't have anything in the hopper.
How much? How old is he?
I think he's almost 95,
Wow.
or not 94.
Because I saw the Judge was what, 2014.
It was quite a while ago.
You
yeah.
saw that, right?
I did.
That was a good movie. He was nominated for an Oscar for that,
He was.
and he was great. I thought Robert Downey Jr. should have been nominated as well.
Let's see. Well, I'm going to look up Robert Duvall's last movie, even though we're supposed to be talking about. It's called The Pale Blue Eye. It gets a 6.6. Let me see who's in this. Oh, this is Christian Bale. A world-weary detective is hired to investigate the murder of a West Point cadet. Stymied by the cadet's code of silence, he enlists one of their own to help unravel the case. A young man the world would come to know as Edgar Allan Poe.
Wow,
It's called The Pale Blue Eye. Like I say, 6.6.
that's decent. It's worth
Gillian
seeing,
Anderson's in it, and Robert Duvall.
So Robert Duvall turned 94 in January.
Yeah, so maybe he won't go out on a bad note if he doesn't do any more.
Yeah, 6.6. That's not bad. Definitely.
Clint
not.
Clint Eastwood's over 90. They haven't seen him in public.
What was the last movie he did? The Mule.
That he was in?
Oh, yeah,
No.
no.
He did one after The Mule.
He did do
that-
one recently.
Shoot, what was that one?
I don't know. I'm looking it up right now because he's getting up there.
I went to the movies to see it too. Yeah, he did The Mule, and then he did whatever this other, and he directed the one that you saw. You said Juror Number 9.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, he did that. That was really good, though. I would recommend it. But we are running out of time. So I won the Oscar debate 4-0.
did.
So, but
So I'll have to take you to the movies.
that's it.
Maybe we'll see Mickey 17 this week.
This has been our edition of the Best Pictures. I'm one of your hosts, Joey Powers.
I'm Don Treller, and these are the ones you don't want to miss.
Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room. Here's Johnny.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.